Yeah, so the projects we have right now are really more focused on materials for sustainability. So for instance, we have a project on aerogels because aerogels have a very low thermal conductivity. They're very good insulators. And the idea is to look at the use of aerogels for insulating buildings to reduce energy costs in buildings. The thing that makes them very good as insulators is that they have a very small pore size. The pore size is on the level of tens or hundreds of nanometers. And so this is smaller than the mean free path of air, and this cuts down on the conductivity and improves their insulation value. Buildings are the main application that we're focusing on, and a significant fraction of the energy use nationally goes to heating and cooling buildings. So just that one application could be quite significant. There's a few limitations to using aerogels. One is that some of the features that make their thermal conductivity very low and make them good insulators also make their mechanical properties very low. And so they tend to be very fragile. If you pick them up, they crumble very easily. And so one of the things we're looking at is how you might use them to be able to have sufficient mechanical integrity as well as the insulation properties you're looking for. Another factor is just the cost of them. They tend to be more expensive than conventional materials that are used for insulation. The thing we're looking at is to make a composite panel where the aerogel would just provide the thermal insulation and we'd have a separate system to provide the mechanical behavior. And in doing that, you want to make sure that the additional system you're using for the mechanical support doesn't also contribute to the thermal conductivity, that it's not then increasing the heat transfer. Because the insulation value is so high, you could make a panel with the same insulation value as current panels, but much thinner. And so imagine you might want to have a panel for, say, rehabbing an existing building. And you might want to install these panels on the interior of the building. Then you could install panels that were relatively thin. And I think that's an attractive feature too.